enterprise, financial innovation, and impact investing. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback you'd like to share with us, you can contact us at info@impactfinancecenter.org. Before we jump into the course, we wanted to discuss some upcoming learning opportunities and other ways to engage the Impact Finance Center. You can text the word nonprofits to 415-528-7403 to sign up for Impact Finance Center's Nonprofit, Social Enterprise, and Financial Innovation and Impact Investing mailing list. You can also text IMPACT to the same phone number, 415-528-7403, to sign up for IFC's general mailing list. We also have some in-person courses coming up. Our 2-day corporate financial innovation and impact investing course will be in San Francisco on the TechSoup campus in partnership with Net Impact, January 29th and 30th. And then we will be moving our 2-day course to New York City for March 10th and 11th. Also in partnership with TechSoup and Net Impact and the New School, of which I'm visiting scholar with the Tishman Center. And we will also be offering this nonprofit course as well as a few other courses the week of the 24th in New York City in partnership with the New School. So you'll be able to take the Nonprofit Social Enterprises Financial Innovation and Impact Investing course in New York City in person. To learn more about our courses, you can also visit us at the Impact Investing Institute at www.impactfinancecenter.org/III, or if you want to learn more about our fellowship program, go to the same website, www.impactfinancecenter.org/fellowship. Our nonprofit course includes a 6-module adventure. First, we're going to start with an overview of the Impact Finance Center and Impact Investing Institute. Then we're going to discuss the opportunity. Next, we're going to get on the same page and ensure that we all have the same baseline understanding, starting with our Impact Investing 101 module. After that, we will explore how full spectrum capital can be applied to the nonprofit sector and your organization. Next, we will explore additional learning opportunities. And finally, we're going to inspire you with a compelling vision of how, by working together, we can catalyze $1 trillion of investment into social ventures using our Main Street 2.0 framework. Impact Finance Center is a nonprofit, multi-university academic center that was founded in 2012. We do 2 things. We activate new impact investors, and we develop community infrastructure that can be replicated and scaled. If accelerators like Techstars or 500 Startups identify, educate, and invest in entrepreneurs, Impact Finance Center identifies, educates, and activates individuals and organizations who want to become impact investors by unlocking aligned, full-spectrum catalytic capital. Impact Investing Institute is one of Impact Finance Center's multiple social enterprises and is an example of the type of community infrastructure we develop. The Institute's mission is to develop high-quality, evidence-based education for individuals and organizations to learn about financial innovation and impact investing. From 2012 to 2019, the Impact Finance Center primarily focused on identifying, educating, and activating individuals, private foundations, community foundations, and a few corporate foundations, family offices, and corporations. The content we have developed works across all types of money, so we couldn't be more excited to now be bringing this content to corporate America and to family offices. We have assembled one of the largest financial innovation and impact investing teams globally. Because it's so critical that both the message and the messenger are the right person to deliver this content, we've taken an approach of kind of building a band of peers to teach peers. Thus, we're structured as a small team of employees, of about anytime 3 to 5 employees, 18 part-time contractors, 5 to 10 students, and 60 senior advisors. And for the corporate strategy, we've already recruited 14 Fortune 100 and 500 leaders to join our National Global Steering Committee. As an example, let's walk through Impact Finance Center's Women's Catalytic Capital Strategy to give you a sneak peek about both our approach and what we've already accomplished. We launched our IFC Fellowship, and 3 of the 4 inaugural class participants were women. All of them achieved their initial goals, whether that was evaluating their investment advisors or completing their first direct investment using full spectrum catalytic capital. In fact, Teresa Ish at the Walton Family Foundation not only implemented the first ever Walton Family Foundation Environment Program direct investment, but it was also a negative 50% return, $500,000 investment into a for-profit sustainable seafood company that already leveraged a $6 million investment. We've already produced that podcast on SOCAP, and you can go to our website where you can find a link to listen to it. Number 2, Impact Finance Center offers a custom education training where we design custom board trainings for foundations, family offices, and corporations. Led by me, Dr. Stephanie Gripney, in partnership with our IFC Senior Advisor team, you can design a training that will provide a pathway for you to learn by doing and help you achieve your objectives. Number 3, IFC is also piloting the first ever Women's Impact Investing Giving Circle in Colorado in partnership with the Women's Foundation of Colorado. We believe this will become a really important tool in corporate America because it accomplishes a couple of things. First, it provides an executive ed course for all of the employees to learn about full spectrum catalytic capital, bring it back to their day job. Number 2, it provides a direct volunteer engagement opportunity for them to learn about direct investing by doing it, where they donate money into a pooled donor advised fund, which is matched by, in this case, the corporations, and then they make investments into projects, nonprofit, small businesses, startups, and funds. So it's great for community engagement, it's great for employee engagement, and it's also great for executive ed training. 37 women have donated at least $2,000 into a pooled donor-advised fund, a charitable vehicle, and have agreed to go on a 9-month learning journey about governance, direct investing, gender lens investing. In 2020, those 37 women will make their first 3 to 5 direct investments using approximately $90,000 into Colorado Women's Social Ventures. Those are projects, nonprofits, small businesses, startups, funds, co-ops, tandem hybrid organizations. Please visit our website if you'd like to learn more about this new tool. Number 4, it should also come to no surprise that women are leading the way with our IFC Investment Advisor Evaluation Service. In 2018 to 2019, AJL Charitable Foundation, led by Executive Director Christy Petrie, hired the Impact Finance Center to evaluate their investment advisor. We ended up determining that their existing investment advisor had over 7 years excessively charged AJL more than $230,000 to underperform by a total of $1.4 million. In addition, those investments were in companies that undermined the foundation's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. You can also visit the website to learn more about that journey. We also provide a donor-advised fund evaluation service. By supporting the Colorado Women's Forum, a chapter of the International Women's Forum, we evaluated a $286,000 fund portfolio that was currently at an existing entity for best practices and determined that only 5% of that $286,000 were actually being used to actively support women. And working with our philanthropy committee, we developed an investment belief statement and made the commitment for 100% of our fund to positively support women. We started direct investing, and now we require evidence-based decision attribution and valuation. In 2020, we will transition the fund and upgrade our governance to ensure that 100% of the fund supports women through gender lens investing, direct investing, and grant making in partnership with the Women's Foundation of Colorado. In addition to evaluating investment advisors, Impact Finance Center also provides a search service. In 2018 to 2019, after Impact Finance Center evaluated AJL Charitable Foundation's existing investment advisor, they made the decision to leave that investment advisor. And so using Impact Finance Center's investment advisor search service, we supported them on a search to find their new investment advisor, which involved doing outreach to over 100 firms, receiving requests from 51 firms to compete, inviting 10 proposals, and then doing pro bono upgrades on 9 of the 10 firms in order for them to be competitive for the search process. We are happy to report that AJL not only reduced their fees, increased and improved their governance, but now they are well on their way for 100% alignment with their mission. And you can also go on our website to read about that journey. We are also in the process of launching the Colorado Women's Main Street Loan Program with a $100,000 seed investment from the Women's Forum of Colorado. Anyone, an individual or an organization, can co-invest from a private foundation, donor-advised fund their individual investment dollars for a minimum of $10,000 for a guaranteed 3% return. When I say guaranteed, they have a loan loss reserve built in. So even if there's a default by the entrepreneurs, which historically is around 3.42%, Colorado Lending Source covers that gap from 3.42% default to the 3% return. And that loan program will lend any Colorado woman up to $50,000 to start a small business or a nonprofit loan with a good idea, good character, bad or no credit. So it's character-based lending. That program is in partnership with the Colorado Lending Source. And the Colorado Lending Source will travel. We sent them to Oregon recently where they're doing the underwriting for the Accelerates Fund loan program for women entrepreneurs. 2020 also marks the official launch of the Impact Investing Institute, a social enterprise of the Impact Finance Center, where we are producing 100 plus courses that we have delivered as a part of Colorado Impact Days, such as this course, the Corporate Financial Innovation and Impact Investing course. As part of my visiting scholar position at the new school with the Tishman Environmental Design Center, we'll also be offering in-person courses, such as the week of February 24th, 2020. We are also assessing the feasibility of the Women and People of Color Manager Diversity Fund Association, or cooperative or investor club, whereby individuals and foundations or corporations would pay a small fee, $5,000 to $20,000 annually, to support analysts who would evaluate emerging women and people of color managers. And those members of that association would end up sharing and owning the high quality research of the managers required for them to make those institutional investments. Lastly, our plan with the circles is for them to grow into Investor Club. So we are assessing the feasibility of a Colorado Women Main Street Investing Club. And once individuals and organizations are activated to become impact investors, whether it's through our fellowship program, through our circles, through evaluating our investment advisor program, we plan to invite people to participate in investor clubs that will grow to thousands of people that will end up providing founder-friendly debt, equity, revenue-based financing to support projects, nonprofits, small businesses, startups, funds, and co-ops. So what's exciting about this comprehensive catalytic capital strategy we've developed for women is that you can also take it and apply it for other communities of identity, such as veterans or LGBT or people with other abilities. You can also pivot it to apply it to a geography, whether that's Denver, Colorado, East Bay, California. And finally, you can pivot it to respond to a thematic area or a specific corporation, whether that's sustainable food or education or environmental issues. All of the pieces of the puzzle are on the table. We now just need to take these pilots, replicate them, and scale them. Let's take our lessons learned from the women's strategy and apply them to our corporate strategies, starting with these 4 tools. First, courses. We're having this first online course, which we're piloting right now as a prototype that we want your feedback and review on. We'll also be rolling out our first 2-day in-person corporate financial innovation and impact investing course in San Francisco and New York. We plan 2 follow-up courses, an environmental social governance course for corporations, as well as a diversity, equity, and inclusion course. In addition, we'll be rolling out webinars where we'll be inviting the community to present case studies with us and building our library of case studies. We also have our fellowship program. The fellowship program, as we stated earlier, was piloted by Teresa Ish at the Walton Family Foundation. And for as little as $25, you can start your journey with 10 custom coaching sessions. Next, we have our custom education training. An example of this would be a set of trustees who want to learn about full spectrum capital around direct investing. In this case, we develop a custom training program based on simulation for them to learn by doing. And then finally, we have the impact investing giving circles, which we'll talk about more later on in the course.